Oh, I never read its note. Yeah. I'm afraid I may have to break a promise. Not about to give up yet, but things aren't looking good outside. I was lucky to survive the first night when I volunteered to distract the rotten walkers, while Bourbon and his group, including my little sister Sybil, made their way through to Devil's Crossing. Believe in Bourbon, and if anyone can get these people through, it's him. Before they left, I looked Bourbon in the eye and told him to keep her safe. He put his arm on my shoulder and spoke in that calm, reassuring tone of his. He told me he would do everything he can, but I had to promise him something too, that I'd do my damn best to get out of this alive. Well, I've sure got myself into a fine fix. I diverted them walkers alright, but now I'm all hemmed in. I've been hiding in a group of old dilapidated shacks, keep changing position whenever they get too close. Can't find a way forward though, I'm running out of daylight. The walkers seem stupid generally, but I think they dug out the riverbanks last night, allowing the water to wash the road out. It's almost as though something is directing them. Not done yet, and I've no intention of dying in this rotting shack. I'm going to try to break free and go out fighting if I have to. If the worst comes to pass, and you're finding this note in my cold corpse, well, please let my little sister Sybil know what's come to pass. Tell her to be brave. I can only hope she made it to Devil's Crossing. He provided enough detail there to actually, so if some random person did find it, they would actually be able to, suss it out. Which is handy to you if you killed him and found the necklace in the letter without talking to Sybil. You travel a dangerous path, stranger. The Solitary Refuge is one of the few safe places left in Whitemire. Plan to set out on the road again. Perhaps there's a way we could help one another. And what might that be? The Slith are natural creatures and poison the land itself, so it seems only fitting we should turn some of their vile magic against them. Their shamans carry bone necklaces, primitive things, but they carry primal power within them. I can weave this power into something more potent for you. If you bring me a few of their necklaces, and say 100 iron bits to aid us in return, I'll fashion you a magical ring. What say you? Will these necklaces suffice? Ah yes, there is raw power in these bones. My deft old hands will weave it into something more potent yet. I will have the finished ring for you shortly. Thank you. A Slith primal ring. There is a lingering stench about this ring that won't wash out. Plus 10% damage to Beastkin, 1.2 energy regenerated per second, increases energy regeneration by 8%, and a 10% elemental resistance, 250 Rover's reputation, and 250 XP. That good old Slith charm. Given that they're all against, violence and shit, that was oddly cooperative to violence. Return to this refuge again if you need respite from your journey. Thank you. So, the prophecy came to pass in a sense, but it was also somewhat wrong. They came to ruin, but it was because they wanted to live forever. And they tortured the wrong fucking bloke. Ooh, I got a single melee scout and 3 rangers, a mage and 2 crossbowmen. Nice. I'm now a bit more potent against these Slith. Plague Bearer's Tarnished Razor of Spines. Gives you poison though, with a 10% chance when hit by melee attacks. Reminds me of a legendary from Diablo 3. You're wearing tanned plague victim skins, and you soil yourself and make a horrid stink to scare off enemies if you're surrounded by 3 or more. Sectoids. Annoyingly, no bonuses against these. Okay, there's a camp here at one stage. The mushrooms aren't comforting. I've seen too much fungus zombies. Oh. Really want the melee those. My ow, my everything. Remains. Hmm. 12,000 arm bits. Gotta get you down. Okay, means haven't moved out quite readily. Ow. I hate those twacks. Like these debuffs. There's a 9% reduction to everything. Or at least, like, 4 different categories. There's probably a altar at the end of this. So I definitely... Ooh, wait, did I ever actually spend that other devotion point? I never spent any of them. Okay. Oh. Just hoping I was far enough away. Some level I actually don't even need to get involved in those fights. Ah, desecrated shrine. This shrine is corrupted and needs to be cleansed. Summon what is trapped within. How did these get stuck in the shrine? Alright, got another devotion point. Okay, I got 3 points now. I know the blast also. Here's the wretch. The wretch rides in the night sky, the taint of the dying god having taken hold within its flesh. It's got nothing special to it. Not sure if I would have any new devotion things here because I got the DLC. Okay, yeah, I think I actually do. I don't actually recognize some of these. When Empyrean's light first spread beyond creation, the gods discovered that a great darkness sweltered within the nothingness. It had but one name, Yogo. Yogo's insatiable hunger threatened to consume all that the primordials have painstakingly crafted. Its advance thwarted only by the merciful light of 1,000 stars. The black blood of Yogo, 30% chance when hit. The black blood of Yogo spills from your wounds, festering upon the battlefield, seeking out foes to consume within this eternal darkness. It's a summon, only lives for 6 seconds, but it's got a 0.8 second recharge, skill recharge, with a 6 summon limit. And it's black blood, 3 meter radius, 109 cold, 109 acid, increases health regeneration by minus 25%. So what? It increases it, and minus 15% movement speed. Gives you nothing for completing it. Yeah, the big ones don't give you anything for completing them, and just give you some meaty in exchange. They also carry meaty costs. Actually, this probably lives for longer the more you level it up. I don't remember leveling up my abilities much previously. I probably should get this. This provides some bonuses to minions and a bit to myself. It also gives you this, a 25% chance on attack to boost your offensive ability by 25, boost all your minions with plus 6% damage, 10% crit, 50% to all retaliation damage. So, you know, that would be good. I know the Raven here was one thing I grabbed previously. It boosted pets a little, but it also gave me plenty of that constellation. And yeah, things have been. I swear things have been moved around here a little. Um, 'This is very focused on bleeding. The night town is an elusive, agile hunter, stalking the night sky for easy prey. I was kind of tempted towards this because it's all about, it all boosts pets in one way or another, and then it gives you this, which gives you a chance to summon in a Eldritch Hound for a bit. So it's only for 20 seconds, though that might get longer as you level it up. But it's kind of meaty. It looks good. 20% chance on attack, and there doesn't seem to be a cap on it, so you might get lucky and get more than one. Spiritual strength and dexterity. That's apparently what the panther represents. Um, 3 life. It's all about increasing your health regen and health. The Eldritch Sun rises once again to claim its celestial throne. Kovac. Increases damage for you by 30% for you and your pets. Increases health for you and your pets. Chaos resist. These are all the same. Very nice for both, and they're meaty. The Eye of Kovac, 100% chance on critical hit. The Eldritch Gaze of Kovac falls upon you in an expanding ring, piercing through any foes unfortunate enough to be in the way. I think it's I've down pet, but I guess there must be a there's no pet there. Oh, it's petrified. That's what it's down for. I could start on this now. It'd be easy enough. I just choose this one. Then I could put 2 points in, and then I just make it around here, and I'm done. So I'll just need 3 more. But that wouldn't actually help me towards this. This would though, and it would give me 2 bonuses to my pets. But ooh, sorry. The bonuses will be just bonus to fire damage, which isn't something either of them can do. Any of them can do. So that's not too useful. This is the one issue with these. Just trying to work it out, because I'm terrible at getting these. Like, to try and optimize it. And it's a fucking pain. Okay, there's actually a fair few ones over here. Typhos is a loyal servant of Rathosh, a vigilant hunter of rogue souls that refuse passage by the chariot of the dead. Hmm. Slight boosts to pets. The Wolverine represents untamed ferocity. Hmm. Huntress roams the night sky, stalking her celestial prey. It is said that her eternal hunt will end when she at last slays the immortal Hydra. Modrigan the Wolf. A titan created during the War of the Gods, Modrigan has become the god of beasts and is said to roam the wild reaches of Cairn. Legend claimed that Modrigan is a shapeshifter, usually seen as a giant wolf, but occasionally taking other forms, even that of a human. Modrigan roams the far reaches of Cairn, guarding the wilds against the encroachment of civilization. Um, oh, this is very much geared towards the minions. Boosts offensive ability and Bodhi. Boosts bleeding damage for you and all damage for your pets. Improves your defensive ability and vitality resistance. Boosts your pet's speed. Gives you 123 bleeding damage over 3 seconds, plus 23% bleeding damage with a plus 50% duration. Gives your pets 24 bleeding damage over 3 seconds. Gives you elemental resistance, bleeding resistance, and plus 3% maximum bleeding resistance. Boosts your pet damage by 80%. And this, on 20% chance on attack, it on a for a 5-second duration, you do 72 bleeding damage over 3 seconds, plus 50% bleeding damage, 6% reduced target defensive ability for 3 seconds, 10% attack speed. Bonus to all pets, 27 bleeding damage over 3 seconds. And 8% offensive ability, 25% speed. Total speed. That's tempting. What's purple and green? So I would want this because that would work well with that. And it gives green. So... oh, my eye is stinging. Who are you? Magi. The Magi is the patron of all practitioners of magic. Those born under his gaze are said to be blessed or cursed, depending on the point of view, with unparalleled control over arcane forces. I'm just imagining like Magi sitting down at the breakfast table, trying to have his food, and people are like, oh, "I really want a mage as a kid, I really want my son to be a mage," and they're like, they like the woman's just like giving birth, and the guy's just like, just sitting there like, for fuck's sake, I'm trying to have breakfast, and like, there's like 20 people having kids in front of him. Ugh. Hmm. Hmm. The toad represents disorder, a favourite symbol of witches and warlocks. 1 purple gives you 3 purple and 3 green. And 2 of these are for pets. Boosts their offensive ability and gives them 4% of attack damage converted to health. I like this. Sure, I'll go with that. So I need purple. Gives you 3 purple, 3 green. And then I need some for red. And you give red. I need green and red. What do you need? You do need purple. So Yeah, I just need purple, green, and red. So the toad and the night talon. That will give me most of the green and red I need. I then need a little bit more, and that'll give me a 6 purple, which would put me nearly halfway to that. Yeah, this was working fine. So which do I want to do first? Um, Probably it's almost inclined towards the toad. Does it give you any inherent bleeding? Yeah, it does. So, purple. And I've spent my points. 55 total you can get. I might actually follow a guide to find some of the shrines. I'll do my best to try and find them myself, though. Okay. Alright, I'm happy with that. Thank you for waiting. Ever so kind. Minions are a little burlier now. So I'll get involved in fights all the less. Slit tongue. 8% chance to launch a poison bolt. 1 second. 8%. Yeah, 8% chance to launch. 8% chance on attack to launch a poison bolt. 1 second skill recharge. 1.2 meter radius. 9 acid damage. 215 poison damage over 5 seconds. It's not bad. Just a lot weaker than what I have. Given the level I am going into here, it honestly feels like I'm almost well, actually, the enemies are about on par with me. I just feel like I'm over leveled for here. I don't know where this will come out, but let's find out. Deep Mire champion, eh? Oh, champion no more. God damn, I don't even think I contributed much there. Foggy bank. Huh, I'm all the way over here now. Gonna keep walking around here, because I need to find the cult's hideout. Sadly, this won't be too useful. I suppose it's not bad, but whatever. Better armor, but it's got no stats. Crumbling wall. Just whack it with my sword. How bad of a swordsman do you have to be for a zombie to dodge your sword? Also, these are considered Aether corruptions, so I am doing like 10% more damage against them. explore here? Need to make my way over here. We can go this way. Which you could just click on the map and tell me go here. You could do that to a little degree in Dark Dungeon Siege 2. A little degree. Not so much here. Extra level. Extra level. Extra level. Now I can have 5 of these. Ooh, 2 mages. Though one might disappear any second now. No. I lost a melee, gained 2 more, and a ranger. So now I got 3 ranged people. And 2 melee. Got a right little minion army with me. Does mean at present I don't really have much to fight. The enemies just kind of start dropping dead. Now I'll stick with what I have. Oh yeah, I saw a Batman movie of sorts. It was down on the film section, but it was like a few like disconnected stories that had some like overlapping plot themes. Like one was like the first one was just kids saying like, you know, like the different stories of Batman. They saw Batman earlier that day fighting a guy. Then, and like one is just like, oh, Batman's a shadow, and you see like a weird Batman, like it was like one of his villains, like dressed up as him, like it's like sinking into the ground and you know, lurching around like this. Then another one that's like flying gargoyle dressed up as Batman, and then Mecha Batman. Then you see Batman tumbling through the window, and to be honest, he looks rather chunky for Batman. That was kind of disconnected from the rest of it. Like they're all their own like self-contained story, but like in one, there's a guy and he set up a golf course, and there's someone who was against it and they're dead, and you know that's brought up later. You know that's referenced later on in it, and then he talks about like he gets bit by Killer Croc at one stage, and he talks about, oh, I worked through the pain, and then in the next one they explain that story. And each different story is drawn differently. Each story goes on for like 10 minutes a piece, 20 minutes. And they all have their own art style and everything. Like Batman, like at one stage into the third one where he's dealing with the golf course one, he's actually at it. He actually just looks like fucking Light from Death Note, masquerading as Bruce Wayne. At any stage, was waiting for him to break out the Death Note and start writing names down dramatically, and then eat a potato chip. Well, sorry, then take a potato chip and eat it. You know, I was just waiting for that. So, yeah. And then in the last one, or second last one maybe, he eats like such a chin. I was waiting for him to actually just like bludgeon someone with it. Like his appearance changes dramatically between each one. It's the different art styles, the way he's drawn. I can accept it as like an anthology kind of thing, you know, different teams kind of working on it in that perspective. It was a bit weirder in the Dante's Inferno movie because it was just one movie, but Dante will keep looking different in it. It was, you know, based off the, you know, the game. It was a tie-in with that. Though, I think you got to fight it out with Satan at the end. I think the movie kind of handles it a bit differently. Stonehide Isaac's boulders. Okay, I'm putting them on. Also, fun enough, one of my names is Isaac. My second name. I've actually got 4. Chose my third one for my confirmation. I was raised Catholic. Turns out I was actually a school refused to take me once because of that. It was actually a Protestant school, and they'd hit their Catholic student quota apparently. So they wouldn't take me. Ended up going to a different school, and while I met a few dicks there, I met some lovely people, and it was actually pretty good for me. God damn, they just get jibbed. I feel like a bit overpowered here. I'm not actually even getting involved in the fights. But the less said about it anyway, all that the better. I'm so sore about some of this shit there. I have difficulty like leaving go of things. This carnage looks recent. Do they even do that much even in the later on stuff? It feels like they put more, like, you know, that more little bit of flavor like that in here earlier on, you know? Lads, I'm just trying to find a cult hideout. You know, let bygones be bygones. Alright, I'll just let you be dead instead. I'll sweat off my back. Or skin off my back. Either or. I'm tempted. Oh, there's a fully upgraded one. Potent. 20% less health than I figured, but more cold resist than I would have guessed. On par, freeze, and petrify. I'm tempted in putting the serrated spike on my weapon, because that would allow me to be even burlier. Get some more pierce, just to boost my physical damage. Sorry, cunning, not pierce. Cunning will boost my piercing damage as well. Prisoner calls for help. Loot her graves. Neutral. Thank goodness someone came. Those slit. They attacked my caravan and killed all my guards. I think the only reason they left me alive was so they could have me fresh later. Those bastards. I'm from Devil's Crossing. I can help you get back there. Don't kid yourself. Look at this blood. I'm not going to be able to walk out of here. Appreciate the thought, but it might be better just to end it quick. You won't like this, but I can open a rift for you. The last thing I want is my light to stay on this side while the rest of me goes back. But you're not giving me any alternatives, are you? Send me off then. I'm pretty sure this is safe. And we could just like open rifts wherever we want. You know, we really should like set up a meat grinder somewhere and just keep like rifting enemies to it. Like, oh, you're some big bad, huh? Rift! Basically what I'm saying is if I could like rift people, oh god. Super villain. I was just thinking, you know teleporters? Imagine if you could actually have like really good control of them. Like, you're the big bad, you got the bomb, you got the, the death laser. Boom. I just teleported your brain out of your body. Bah. You know, it'll get ridiculous. I'll sell it. No, felt no need to pressure the guy for money. Plus, I like to play the nice guy. Hero complex. Funny enough, since I play Paladin, that's what they put me down in as the guild. Everyone got their own little custom color and whatnot. So, now I'm pink because, that's the color for Paladins in WoW. And they have me down as Hero Complex. Though I don't know why the Paladins are pink. A gold color would fit much better. Just wondering if I'll run into yet another modifier. I'd love to see a counter that tells me like how many minions I've killed and oh nice. Yeah, how many enemies I've killed and how many minions I've killed. Honestly, on a certain level, I'm almost getting annoyed at this. Ooh, subtle. Oh, Primordian the Forgotten One. I completely looked past you. I was getting kind of stuck in my own head there, distracted. And I was just completely oblivious to the boss I'm fighting. Primordian the Forgotten One. What a name. So what happens when I fuck with you? Oh, okay. Howda. Ooh, a recipe. Spirit Bane Ointment. A glowing concoction that gives off a strange warmth. It gives me 25 Aether resistance for 450 seconds. It costs 3 Aether crystals and a singular ratstone. Mighty Ribbon of Meditation. 3% XP, it's a medal. Haven't had any of those yet. 5 physique, and 1.9 energy regenerated per second. Wait, what? Negating silver amulet of meditation. Lightning resist and a bit of energy regen. None too spectacular. You know, it doesn't actually matter to me if the enemies come in huge swarms, because the guys with the staves can just like obliterate, you know, a whole heap of enemies. They got good cleaving. Like they just bombard a point. And they hit relatively quickly, so you know, as long as they're not getting confused and just AoEing around themselves, you know, it's all solid. How am I on scrap? I've got 9 bits. I'm not happy with the amount I'm missing. And I did pop the heroic spoils, right? I think I did. Dark Iron Champion.